Evans.
All right, let me see this. So whenever you all speak, I need you to pull your mask down right below your mouth so that we can clearly understand.
Yes, understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
Today is the day set for sentencing. Has everyone seen the pre-sentencing investigation report?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
And any additions, deletions, or corrections?
Yes, Your Honor. No additions, deletions, or corrections to the body of the report. However, there will be to the guidelines.
All right. Anything on behalf of the people?
There is one correction to the body of the report. It's probably just a typo. It's on the second page.
Okay.
And although the jail credit is listed as 869 everywhere else, in that first sentence it says 870.
I made that change. It's 869.
It is.
Yeah. I made that change. Correct.
Other than that, there are no corrections to the report itself.
All right. As to the guidelines, are guidelines correct?
The guideline range is correct, but there are some corrections to the variables.
All right. Just a moment. You may proceed. Take me PRB or whichever one you start with.
There are no corrections to the PRV.
Okay.
As far as the offense variables,
Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Evans, I agree.
sorry.
Thank you.
As far as the offense variables, OB5 is currently scored at 0 points. It should be 15.
Agreed with that, Your Honor. On behalf of Mr. Evans.
You said OB5.
Yes.
I'll change that from 0 to 15.
Yes, please.
OB5 will be 15. You may continue.
OB6 is currently scored at 50 points. It should be 25.
Agreed, Your Honor.
Proper change OB6 from 50 to 25. You may continue.
And OB10 is currently scored at 15 points. It should be 0.
Agreed, Your Honor.
OB10 will be changed from 15 to 0. You may continue.
There are no other changes. The total is now 100.
I'll
It
change
does not change the OB level. And
Just a moment.
I'm sorry.
I'll change it from 125 to 100. Does it change the level?
It does not.
Okay.
And the guideline range stays the same.
That is correct, Your Honor. Agreed.
All right. Now, is there a victim or victim impact statements?
Yes, Your Honor, there are.
All right, I'll have them come to the first row, first seat, one at a time. Or if someone needs support, that's fine. That's fine. Just pull your mask down below your mouth now so I can hear you. State your name for the record, please.
My name's Tina Covington.
And I'm gonna need you to speak way up.
Okay. My name's Tina Covington.
Okay, thank you. You may proceed.
Egypt was a shining light. She touched so many lives. She was a daughter, a sister, an aunt, a godmother, and a friend to many. When she walked into the room, her beautiful smile made everyone feel special. Since we had lost her, there's not one day I don't think about how I don't understand why my baby, my youngest child, was taken away from us in such a violent way.
Direct to me, ma'am. You directed it to me. Thank you.
She was home. She was supposed to be in a place that was safe for her. I pray that no parent has to ever feel the pain of losing a child to such a senseless act of evil. Your Honor, this loss has torn me apart. It's also torn my family apart for almost 6 years now. And a loss like this changes the DNA of a family like no one would ever expect. We will feel this forever. Through all that, through knowing what happened, my innocent child, and through knowing who she was, the man stayed silent. He is not fit for the moral standard of society and in no way should receive less than the maximum sentence of 25 years. He was the key to the crime for its inception and could have been the key to the family's healing. But he chose not to. His silence for years means he was not sorry and should receive the maximum sentence allowed by law. 25 years is nothing compared to the lifetime of pain that he has already and senselessly caused that's inflicted so many. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there anyone else? And I'll address the family after. Okay, come up, ma'am.
Am I standing in the right?
The microphones don't work, so I just need everyone to speak loud.
Okay. Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Jessica Covington.
Yes.
I am Egypt's sister. Even standing here today, I still struggle, as many of my family members struggle, to understand how someone is there one moment, does nothing wrong, and isn't there the next moment. My sister was 13 months younger than me. I had never known life without her. And to this day, it's still, when something like this happens, the people that loved that person, the people that grew up with that person, the people that watched that person grow from their first breath, you still have moments where it's almost like it's happening all over again, because you can be fine and you can have a good day and you can be celebrating something, and something will tip you off and you remember, oh, but she's not here. And you go through all the emotions all over again, even if it's just in a half second, because you don't heal. You figure out how to do life. And I saw some cliche phrase one day, and it did help to make this make sense. If you lose a leg, you don't stop living. Or if you break a leg, you don't stop living. But you learn to function with a limp. And that limp never goes away, and I don't know how to express to anybody who has not lost someone unexpectedly how that feels. But this is the best way that I know how to tell you. And although the person at issue today, the boy at issue today, was not the one inside of her home and was not the one that pulled the trigger, he was the one that initiated the act that led to her death. And he was the one that went to school with her, that went to school with us. And he was the one that knew her as a human being. And he was also the one that once he realized what happened, did nothing. He is as culpable as the person that pulled the trigger. and I don't even pray for his soul. I'm not there yet. I may never be there. But he deserves nothing less than the maximum, because even the maximum does not bring her back. What is done cannot be undone. And so anything less than what can be given to him is even further from justice than the fact that she can't be here. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there anyone else? Tell us your name, sir.
Your Honor, my name is Chuck Covington. I'm Egypt's father.
All right.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak. I want to first remember a beautiful soul who lived and loved. To remember the Egypt that she would have become. When I was last in town, our family visited her memorial with our nieces and nephews. Egypt loved kids, but will have none of her own. There'll be no walking down the aisle. There'll be no living her life and filling hours. As mentioned previously, a piece of me and my family died when she did. We will never, ever be the same. How can we ever live the same? There's an overwhelming sadness which now and will always be a part of me and the rest of my family. It's been a long, difficult road. The initial news, the shock, the disbelief, pain beyond words. Our family has been torn apart by this tragedy. Unpredictable and periodic episodes of anxiety, depression, dysfunction. That's what our family's been going through day after day, year after year. And the struggle, as you see, continues. Our family is seeking justice for our daughter, Jacqueline Elizabeth Egypt Covington. Jacqueline Elizabeth Egypt Covington. The defendant's actions led to the death of my daughter. Had he not been for this defendant, my daughter would be alive today. He struck the match which led to the fire that extinguished her. The defendant is an individual who has no regard for human life. The defendant has expressed no credible remorse or explanation for what he did. He's shown that he cannot and should not be part of society. The defendant is an individual who had the opportunity 6 years ago to come forth. 6 years that our family was wondering and waiting and waiting and waiting. He could have stepped forward in June of 2017. He didn't. Year after year after year, he did nothing. We were left desperately searching for answers and some type of results. Year after year, law enforcement agencies worked to find out what happened. And there are many hours of hard work and investigators, and with the collaboration of the Van Buren Police Department, the Michigan State Police, the Wayne County Sheriff's Department, and Oakland County's Computer Crimes Unit, the defendant was caught. But what did he do after he was caught? He acted still only to benefit himself. He first tried to have himself declared incompetent, delaying trial. When that didn't work, at the last minute, he took a plea deal. That deal wasn't for Egypt. It wasn't for justice. It wasn't for our family. That plea deal was just for him. And I understand how the legal system works, but it took a last-minute plea deal to benefit himself and himself only. Let there be no mistake about that. It's time. And time is years overdue. The defendant deserves nothing less than the maximum sentence allowed. For my daughter, for my family, I'm asking that the judge impose the maximum sentence allowed under law. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else? State your name, sir.
Hi, thank you. I'm Dwayne Turner, Jacqueline's brother. Jacqueline Elizabeth Egypt Covington. She was my sister. She meant the world to my family, as you can see. But I also want to speak about the community. She was a huge part, had a huge influence on our community, our people that we talk with and that she touched every single day. And it was all positive, and that was taken away. Egypt impacted so many with her voice. She impacted so many with her cheer. I want to express that. Not only was our family torn, but our community was torn.
Okay, take your time, yeah.
My sister meant more to this society than anybody could ever know. And I just want to express that. And I do believe that, with that said, that the defendant deserves the maximum. That's all. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Is there anyone else?
I believe that'll be all for the impact statement, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there anything that the defense counsel would like to say on behalf of the client? And then is there anything that the client wants to say?
I believe Mr. Evans is next. I believe Mr. Evans is going to, report. He has a family member in the
No, this is victim impact statement.
Okay, he wanted to have his family speak on behalf of him, but the court will not allow that for Mr. Evans to speak on behalf of him.
I would like to apologize to the Covington family. I'm sorry for each and every one for what I did. I know I hurt y'all. I hurt y'all, and I'm so sorry for what happened. And I don't know what to say because I've lost somebody, so I understand your pain. But that doesn't mean, for me to do anything like that or to do anything. Like I said, I'm so sorry. I was just asking for your forgiveness. I understand if you don't want to forgive me, but I'm truly sorry to the deepest part of my heart. And this is what I'm about to go do, this time I have to go do. that it would give me time to think and to, like, I just don't know what to say. I'm so sorry. I can't put in words of how sorry I am to you, to the Covington family, to your mom, to her dad, to her sister, to her brother. I am so sorry.
There is a sentencing. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor, the people would ask that the court adopt the sentencing agreement in this matter. I would also ask the court to adopt the
Okay, there is a settlement offer in this matter and sentencing agreement, and the court will adopt that. And sentence Mr. Evans to 15 to 25 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. He does get 869 days jail credit. You must abide by the terms of the agreement for special consideration. You must pay a $68 state cost, a crime victim assessment fee of $130. Court cost is $1,300, and attorney fees are $400. And I believe the prosecution has a motion.
And at this time, the people would move to dismiss count two. No objection, Your Honor.
And what is HI first? Individual first?
Home invasion first degree.
Okay, that's what the charge was. Matters dismissed. Now, there are no words that this court can say to the family to make you feel better. But I have to hope that the Covington family can find some peace beyond anything that you can think of or imagine or ask for, in spite of what has happened. The court can only hope that the family finds some way to move on in a extraordinary way, in spite of this horrendous loss that you all have suffered. That you all can turn this into something positive for yourselves and the community, and be an example. And so the court just wishes you peace and comfort throughout. And Mr. Evans, you can apply to the Michigan Court of Appeals for leave to appeal. And if you choose to do so, you must submit that request to the clerk of this court within 42 days of today's date. I do have his acknowledgement and initials in David. Please acknowledge that you're receiving a copy of your appellate rights by saying yes. By saying yes.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing for the people, Your Honor. Nothing further, Your Honor.
That concludes this hearing. You may go with the death.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm having you guys leave here. Yes, well. I'll come back to the next guy.
Oh, let me just bring that here.
All right,
Yeah. We're like, hey.
Why is it called?
Because they give him credit for time that he's already served. So the sentence, if they remember when he was arrested, he was 15 years. He already still was.
If you want to go to the basement, can I go to the basement?
No, thank you. I think you're supposed to go to the basement.
Following you.
You're following us now.
Y'all been waiting on y'all.
Okay, we're coming.
Oh man, I left somebody behind. Oh man. I'm glad it ain't the Bible days. You've been left behind.
Do you want just to wait?
No, I mean, we always talk to. Is anyone else that's talking now? What else? You have a mic? Do you want me to hold? Yeah. Is it on? Yeah, it's still good. All right, guys. So that was the first sentence of what? 4? Of 3. There's 2 more guys. 2 more. With the they actually went into the house with 2 more guys. Okay, so the first ball to drop. What was it like that now that one is being sentenced to 15 years?
It's tough. It's so tough. I thought coming in here that it was a good accomplishment, and it was really, really hard to send somebody to prison, even though he took my sister's life away. It's tough to look at his face, but I want him to go away as long as possible.
Right.
But he's still a human being.
This is such a long road for everyone. Did you think you would finally get to this point for one and then the other guys?
Well, we're on a mission, so we knew we were going to get to this point, but it took a very, very long time.
Did you do you accept his apology?
I can't answer that.
For sure. Yeah.
We're built to be humans and to accept people and to forgive.
Yeah.
But I'm not ready for that yet.
Yeah. Lindsay, if you two and others didn't push the way you did, we wouldn't be here today. So someone had to do it and you did it.
Yeah.
What's it feel like to now the one person's sentenced?
I feel like it's surreal. To me, we've been fighting for so long and in fight mode for so long that now it's time to just watch justice play its course, and now we sit back and see what's happening, and having someone sentenced is, you really can't prepare for it. I didn't think I would be as emotional as I was, and especially seeing my husband give his impact statement, and I'm proud. I'm proud of.
You only get 1 vote. That's the first thing, and you can't vote before you have heard my position. So I would like for you guys to just
cool your jets for 2 seconds. I think this is something that you should grow through, because wouldn't you like for somebody to pull over Lee Thomas when he gets his multi-network movie review show and say, hey, I had something close, make sure. Like, you just need somebody who already knows to look out for you. Because a lot of times we think we're doing something real big, negotiating on our own, or we have somebody, you know, we're just so happy to be there sometimes. And then you find out that everybody else at the table maybe is getting more than you.
His name is Ken, and he's my agent. That's what he's there for. He's there because he's negotiated many contracts like that, and he makes sure I get all these things.
Having been in the business, though, certainly you understand what I'm saying. It's not just, the agent can sometimes only get what they can get, but if you know different, you know what I mean? I think you move different in space. So,
I know, maybe it's evolved with time, because back in the day, you worked your deal might not be the same as the other guy's deal. And I just got to be comfortable with what I get. And if I'm comfortable with that number, if I hear your number and it's bigger, then I'm uncomfortable. That's why I don't even want to hear it.
Okay, well, I think, especially for women, because the pay gap is so wide, especially for women of color, it's even wider. I think that, and there is a movement with women in TV, it seems, because Brooke Baldwin, who was formerly on CNN, also, I think her book has this in it, or maybe it's even about this. She has talked about how important it is for people who work together to share their salaries. I'm not saying it in everyday I'm not saying that, but if you have somebody who you can confide in, somebody who you know, you know, it's not about you knowing my business and then you go and tell everybody else. But if you do have somebody who has been in the room before and then they pull up a seat for you at the table, it is very helpful when you have someone who can guide you along and say, make sure they don't do this, because you can actually go there. Because the companies, they're not going to pay you.
We can get advice all day, but numbers are different. Numbers are, yes. Am I wrong? Hashtag the noon and let us know.
Yeah.
Numbers are different. We can advise all day, and I have great mentors in this business. Murray Feldman was great for me. I used to talk to Murray all the time. But anyway, you can hit mentored all day, but I never asked Murray about his money. Never. I would never do that.
Because it was dripping off of his.
Murray was the man, wasn't he? He was.
You don't have to.
He was
You're like,
man.
somebody dropped 100 Murray.
He
this
still
must
is the
be
man,
yours.
by the way.
Love you, Murray. Love you, Murray.
Good guy.
Let's move on to this guy. He's also the man. We are definitely praying for Jamie Foxx. He's, some are saying, finally broken his silence since he's been hospitalized in the Atlanta area for more than 3 weeks now. His condition is still being kept a secret, but the 55-year-old is reportedly awake and undergoing tests. TMZ says that he will not be on the newest season of Fox's Beat Shazam, which has already started filming. Jamie was working on his movie Back in Action in Atlanta when he fell ill. Unless there is a new post, and I don't know what good it does to point this out, but that is a post on his page that is just words saying thanks for, I don't have my phone on me.
And credit it to Jamie, right.
Does not, to me, equate to we have heard from him. You see, because anybody could have posted that. That doesn't mean he didn't give the thumbs up or the go-ahead for it. But anybody could have posted that just to keep spirits up, to keep, you know what I mean? Because we're all praying for him to pull through.
We all want the best for Jamie Foxx, but I will say this, and I hesitate to say this, but I've said it before in private, and I'll say it again right here on television. A man got run over by a giant plow. And we saw a picture of him within a week because he wanted his fans to know he was okay. We have not seen a clean photo. We have not heard any words from his mouth. And so it's been 3 weeks and nothing from Jamie Foxx. Now, I'm not saying he's in a bad way. I'm just saying they're playing it very close to the vest when it comes to Hollywood celebrity and PR. Because this is what we're talking about, is PR, to give everybody the impression that Jamie is cool, so that when Jamie is cool, everything rolls like it used to roll.
Exactly.
I just say, pray for Jamie if that's what you do.
I feel like it's maybe the journalist eye, you know, just when you are paying attention to how things are worded. You know what I mean?
And the way it's presented.
Yes, there was another article maybe last week where Nick Cannon said Jamie gave him the go-ahead to talk about a project that they were doing, but Nick Cannon did not say when Jamie, you know what I mean?
And he said he didn't say he actually spoke to Jamie. He said his people could have talked to Nick Cannon.
Yes.
So everything is.
It was. I
It's
asked
tapping
him,
around.
Exactly.
It's tapping around a subject we
Exactly.
all don't want to broach, and I understand.
Yeah.
But man.
But when you read the story as a journalist and you just are aware of ways to sidestep until you know for sure, that's all I'm seeing is people not saying that they have spoken to him recently. They're saying, hey, and it's a very loose,
and we wish him well.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. We're both saying this with the best
Yes.
for him in our hearts. But man, the way it's playing out, it's not looking good.
You brought up the Jeremy Renner situation.
Yes, Jeremy, it was a week. We saw a picture of him. Another week, we saw him talking on camera.
And that was touch and go
for
a
later,
second as well.
We see him trying to, he's in bed talking to his nephew, letting his fans know that, yes, this is the condition he's in.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a clean picture of Jamie Foxx.
All right. Again, he is in our prayers.
Absolutely.
All right, this story knocked me out this morning, you guys. We are talking about a radio station post on Instagram. I actually called to see if it was true. I started researching, and I said, who's posting on you? Put them on the phone right now.
Because you have to know what?
The headline said, one of my favorite stores, Home Goods, going out of business, closing, liquidating, everything happening right now. Now, actually what's happening, a Home Goods owned store called Tuesday Morning.
Oh.
They are closing their doors. So this was clickbait. And I got baited. They got me with the bait and switch, okay? I was very upset. So again, not the Home Goods chain itself that's going out of business, but Tuesday Morning. They have locations all across the country. There's only one here in Michigan. That's in Farmington. They have a lot of them down south. It's like I would equate it to like a Hobby Lobby, maybe Joann Fabrics. They're in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
For sure. So Tuesday Morning, sorry to see you go, but Home Goods, don't you leave me. Okay?
What do you buy at Home Goods?
Oh my gosh, all kinds of knickknacks. You go in Home Goods and get lost.
All right. Brother Al over there standing there just turned and said, you buy Home Goods.
It seems pretty on the nose to me.
That's ridiculous.
It was right there.
I'm sorry,
Home
I asked
Goods.
the question now.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Like little things, like little tables
am I
like
Lamont
this,
right now?
right,
I'm a big
yeah.
dummy like Sanford Son?
Well, I wasn't going to say it.
Okay. But what it would like, you buy blenders and stuff there?
No.
That's a Home Good, right?
Oh my
by
gosh.
Carpeting. Am I wrong here?
Like little, cute little tables and mirrors and, Marshalls.
Oh, Stephanie knows too. Okay.
It is an
Steve,
awesome
you been to Home
store.
Goods? Adam, Home Goods?
Because he's a human being.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, everyone's like,
Hey, let's all get in the car and go to Home Goods.
What?
Okay, my bad. I didn't know.
What store,
You push the cart, right? There you go, Steve.
what store would you hate to see go? Hashtag the noon. If there is a store and you saw this Instagram post and you might just have to pull over and have a moment with yourself.
Joann's Fabrics.
Really?
Yes.
If you saw Joann Fabric was closing, you would.
I roll down the window and be like, what's up, Joann?
Where you going, girl?
No.
I need you.
Mama, no.
That's something I said. Hashtag the noon. Let us know. For me, it's definitely Home Goods. Although that line, no matter what time of day, it's around the block. Just saying.
There you go. We have so much more coming up this noon, including a big push for an apology.
Yeah, many are asking an ex-NHL player to apologize about his comments on Lizzo. You'll hear what he said coming up.
And we're finally seeing some sunshine right now. Temps at 60 degrees, feeling very, very pleasant outside. Gets even better as we head towards this weekend. We'll show you when we could reach near 70 in the forecast coming up.
But obviously, yeah.
Whenever you're ready, we're rolling.
Okay.
On Fox 2's Amy Lang, here are some of the stories we're following right now. Big news from the world of sports. The Detroit Pistons, the latest NBA team, sued for sexual harassment. In October, they suspended their assistant general manager for alleged misconduct with a female employee. Well, Wednesday night, we learned Rob Murphy has been fired. Now his former executive assistant has filed a lawsuit against him and the Pistons organization for sexual harassment and assault. She alleges Murphy groped her and even tried to rape her. Rob Murphy did not return calls for comment. The Pistons called his firing a personnel matter. In other news, Detroit police investigating a deadly shooting on Detroit's east side. This happening on Devonshire near Outer Drive. We're told a shot spotter alarm alerted police to the gunfire, and when officers arrived, they found the victim dead on the front porch of a home. The victim and suspect are both in their 50s. And in Royal Oak, a woman now accused of painting images of hate on a synagogue there. 35-year-old Randy Nord faces ethnic intimidation and malicious destruction charges. Prosecutors say she painted the graffiti on the Royal Oak Synagogue last week. She faces up to 2 years in prison if convicted. Stay with Fox 2 on air and online for more on these stories and so many others.
Not a bad day today. Temps already approaching 60 degrees here in the Detroit area. 60 downtown, Lansing 58. Up near Port Huron, you're at 55. So not bad here statewide. And we are also picking up on a lot of sunshine right now. There is a little bit of shower activity over Lake Michigan attempting to make its way into western portions of the state. I think for the most part today, we're mainly dry. There might be an outside chance of an isolated shower opportunity, but I think for the most part, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds. And then tonight, we're going to call it partly cloudy as well. Temperatures over the next several hours climbing to the lower 60s. We're still about 5 degrees off from our seasonal high, but we're getting there. Lows tonight will bottom out in the middle 40s. And as we head into the end of this week and into this upcoming weekend, we see a lot of sunshine, plenty of dry time as we head through the day as well. So not necessarily looking at any widespread rain chances. I think our numbers here as we head through the next several days will gradually warm. We're in the 60s through the end of the week, eventually climbing into the mid to upper 60s through this upcoming weekend. And then we should be in the 70s heading into the first, if not middle half of next week. With that, though, we are factoring in a few shower chances here and there. Nothing that's going to be complete soakers, but something to keep an eye out for, especially through early next week. Temperatures over the next several days, again, climbing. We should warm into the low 70s with rain chances through early next week. Otherwise, we do remain dry as we head through Wednesday with highs nearing 70 degrees.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. I'll take it. The Met Gala isn't the only sport for questionable fashion. Several NBA players are turning their heads with their courtside catwalk. We like that? You like that? We got some NBA fashion coming up. The godfather of fashion in the building. I'm so excited about this. From the courtside to the catwalk, NBA fashion is redefining style. We have the godfather of fashion, Chuck Bennett, with us now. Hello, hello.
How are you?
We have to jump right into this because when we spoke, I told you, these guys right here do not play. They will push the envelope every single time. Did I lie?
They are very serious about this. And I started with James Harden. You might have seen him in this crazy faux fur outfit.
Let's take a look.
That he wore to game number 1. And the thing is that I love his statement. He said that I've always wanted to go to the Met Gala, but guess what? I'm always in the playoffs.
There you go.
What a great reason not to go to the gala.
True.
Anyway, this was made by Marnie, especially for James Harden. You can't buy it. It's one of a kind.
Really?
Yeah, they made that just for him. It's sort of reminiscent of, remember that old 8-ball jacket that guys used to wear?
Yeah.
And with the real wide leg pants. Okay, so now here is Harden in game number 2.
Okay.
And I love this outfit. He wears a lot of Louis Vuitton. And this is Louis from head to toe. It's a beautiful mesh jacket. You can't really see so much, but everything is Louis Vuitton head to toe. Love James Harden.
We saw both of those. Let's go to...
And I hear that, I'm told that you haven't seen nothing yet. They said James Harden has all kinds of things in his bag.
RJ Barrett, you got to follow me. Here we go. RJ Barrett.
Okay, this is a really good outfit. You can't really see. It's a fringed jacket. It's $1,074 and cargo pants that are $2,590. And this is all by Amiri.
You like this?
You got to see it up close.
Okay, you got to see it up close.
And then the jeans have stars etched in them.
Okay.
You gotta see this. I've seen these pieces in person. They're really good.
What about Scottie Pippen Jr.?
Scottie Pippen Jr. I think it's just a nice look.
Oh, I
it's
like
a denim jacket. It's by Maison Margiela, $1,280. Alexander McQueen patchwork jeans, which are good. Notice the wide legs. Everybody's starting to do wide legs. And his Nike sneakers that are $662.
Rui Hachimura.
Rui, this is kind of cool in a weird sort of way. It's Amiri's sweatshirt, and it has a tapestry style Pegasus sort of flying among the clouds on it. I would have done it differently. He did it with some shorts that don't look that great, but it's a great sweatshirt, and it cost, I don't know how, it's sold out. It's $1,000 though, if you want to get it.
I actually really like that look.
I do too, pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, we had to do King James.
Let's go, King James.
What's
he doing?
I mean,
that boy cold.
It's Martine Rose, and it's his orange and camo jacket, and it costs about $700.
Now, the fit of the pants, I mean, obviously, he's LeBron, so they're going to be, tailored to the gods for sure. But is there a point where you're too tall?
Yeah, and I didn't really, and on the internet, people were asking about the pants that he was wearing.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking he's just wearing black pants, but people wanted a little bit more. So maybe that was not the right selection of pants for that outfit.
All right, LeBron, come on, you got to come harder than that.
And then last but not least, we've got Vando. Jared Vanderbilt. He's wearing a print silk shirt from Rude. It costs about $1,100. Crazy trousers though, right? They're really, really baggy at the top, and then they're like leggings at the bottom.
Are you, think about what you just said. They are baggy at the top and tight leggings on the bottom. Like, we like this?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't really like those.
It's given like genie pants a little bit.
Well, yeah, and then they're stretchy, like they're ribbed and stretchy. So, yeah, it's kind of, you know, you got a lot of room. What was that? Who was that? Anyway.
Okay.
It was
We'll
not
get there.
nice. I'll just leave it alone.
We will continue to talk NBA fashion all throughout the playoffs. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, quick break. We'll be right back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff. There we go.
Oh, yeah, right?
Tell me if it's cash you like. You be acting classy like you don't really want it. You know that I blast you right. You can get it right on site if you really wanna talk that. I'm rooting for your Malibu rum, 5 steps from the beach, pouring up some shots. No, this is perfect. Oh, you wanna call now? Tryna come on over to my home now. What you want, I don't know what it's perfect. Oh, and having fun now. I've been feeling ways. I've been thinking you would feel the same. I've been looking for a better space now. I don't need it. We gon' make you lose control and let it go, for you know you gon' hit the flow. I rock to the beat till I'm higher. The walk in the club is fire. Get it crunk and wired. Wave your hands, scream loud.
Yeah, go ahead, Missy Elliott. You know what we're talking about. We're just talking about some of the, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. Thank you for sticking with us this noon. I am Lee Thomas, sitting directly next to Miss Mario Lou.
I almost shook my bun out. I was dancing so hard on that.
That's Missy Elliott.
Make sure she...
Everybody loves
See
Missy
the bun
Elliott.
going.
Yeah, I do.
There
That's
got a bun.
very entertaining. Be careful with that.
Yep.
All right.
The 2023 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees are out.
Now, this year's class, of course, includes Missy Elliott, who became the first female hip-hop artist inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The late George Michaels is also on that list. Willie Nelson, Sheryl Crow, Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan. Also inducted in the ceremony that will happen on November the 3rd in New York. Also Don Cornelius, DJ Kool Herc,
hey.
all kind of inductees from a variety of places. So I am excited that Shaka Khan's in there. Even Anita Baker, who I follow on Instagram, she tweeted out about time, 3 words, and picture of Shaka Khan.
Come on now.
That's a mad respect from another great singer.
You love to see it.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, now many are demanding an apology, and when I read this one, I had to sit down and take a step back. It's about body shaming, and it happened during a hockey game of all places. Now, after the Maple Leafs lost the game, the commentators discussed what should have been about getting the winners back on track. But former NHL player PK Subban, he's a black NHL player, a very good one, former NHL player. He suggested the team should pack a Lizzo-sized lunch, is what he said, a Lizzo-sized lunch.
Ooh.
Now, the comment was perceived by many on social media as fat shaming, including myself. Subban did not address his Lizzo reference, but he did say on Twitter, to pack a lunch means to lock it in and be ready to compete next time.
That doesn't make sense.
But
then.
he never should have brought Lizzo into it at all. He was trying to crack a joke, but that is not funny. That's just calling out someone for no reason. And I personally I was a little surprised that he, of all people, did that. But he's known for his wild and salacious style in interviews. I get that. But calling out somebody for the way that they look is not cool in any fashion. Everybody knows that when you're talking about sports, you talk about the game, you talk about the way the person plays, you do not talk about the way someone looks.
A lesson we're learning every single, think before you speak.
That's
Period.
a tough one. And
Period.
Lizzo's like, I'm just sitting over here living my life.
I was minding my business.
What do I have to do with hockey?
What do I do to you?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Right. Yeah, no, that's very rude. So he explained what he said, but I didn't go through his feed, so maybe he did. But hey, that's not what I meant. Sorry, Lizzo would have been nice. Now maybe that was done in private, and that's also good because it doesn't have to be always this public thing for everybody else to see. But I'm sure she's tired of that.
And Lizzo has talked about this before, about how many people comment about the way she looks. She has turned it into a superpower for her, which
for sure.
I love her for that. But man, it's one of those like offhanded comments that didn't even need to be said. So hopefully the young former NHL player has learned a lesson. But man,
something else
just
that we know though, when you turn something into a superpower, sometimes at least, that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt behind closed doors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, as kids, and maybe this was wrong for us to be taught growing up, but I know you are, but what am I? You know this sticks and stones don't, I don't care what you say, and then I'll say it first, so you don't. But when you go home,
you sit in mama's lap and cry.
You're like, why do you say that, Mom?
Yeah, it still hurts.
All right.
Still hurts.
Another viral UFO video has hit the web.
I didn't even see this in the rundown.
Are you ready to talk about this? Okay, now pay close attention.
I'm going to pay attention.
Okay.
Well, I look at my phone and you do the No, I'm just kidding.
No, listen.
UFOs.
This time, a model shared it and described it as the best UFO footage ever. Look at this.
Is this real?
Yeah. Yeah. So they captured this strange object. Come on, this is passing.
Is this real?
Yes, over her window.
This isn't real.
While in a private jet over Colombia. Shared it last month, and UFO enthusiasts we're just salivating at this. What is that? What is that? The Pentagon, think about it, continuing to make statements in line with seeing things in the sky that we cannot explain.
Can I say 2 words, or I'll wait?
Yes, let me just say one more thing, because the people want to talk too. Does this video, does this support the existence of UFOs? We want you to vote. We're going to get the poll up and running. And when you see it, you just put your phone, there we go.
There you go, you put your phone. Thank you, everybody who says it doesn't prove anything. I'm with them.
It's very few people. Oh, wait, is no the red?
Yeah, the red is us.
Oh, dang.
It's 80% of us saying that.
It'll change. You just give them a second.
It'll change to
they just
90%.
popped it up. Okay,
all you have to do is grab your
phone.
phone, put it up to the QR code right there, and then it'll pop up, bing, boom, zip, zoom, and you have voted. I'd love to hear what you all think.
What do you think?
2 words. Artificial intelligence can make anything these days. That is the cleanest picture we've ever seen of a UFO. And it just so happens that you can go to not any, but specific artificial intelligence pages, and they can fabricate photos. I've seen it before, and I saw some clean. It looks like a woman with black hair, and it does not exist. Artificial intelligence made it. I could show you some, but I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
How do you reconcile that with the Pentagon coming out and saying these things are happening? Recently, there was a congressional hearing. I mean, that's not for nothing, and it's not for AI.
Well,
what they're talking about. I can't speak to this video in particular.
Right.
But how do you reconcile that with what the government is saying?
Unidentified flying object.
Right.
Is all UFO means. They just don't know what it is. That's
right.
all.
Well, they're also saying
there's multi-drones. They didn't even know a Chinese balloon was over our airspace until it got all the way through Alaska and hit like Washington. So yeah, they need to convene and figure all that out, because there are so many style of drones.
Why you got to bring up the Chinese air balloon though?
I'm just saying, there's so many style of drones and so many things that are flying around these days. A kid can go to Home Goods and buy himself a drone and then just fly it around. And of course, the government doesn't know what that is, nor do they care. But there are a lot of people who have drone technology.
They're saying they can't duplicate the technology.
What do you mean?
That is a part of what that means. It's not just that we don't know what it is, we can't identify, but maybe it's from another country, another continent. They're not saying that. They're saying nobody on Earth has anything like this, but we don't know what it is. We can't duplicate this. We can't make something spin and go around. We don't have that technology.
I have two questions.
So you think it's from, yes.
First question.
Number one, go ahead.
Why the robot hands? That was nice. I like that. It was a nice touch.
Yeah,
it was
the vibe I was in.
That was nice. And my second question is more of a comment. I can't believe the tides have turned in your favor. 46% for you now, just 54% for me.
Thanks, Dad. He's like, let me help my baby out.
He's like, let me go
She's losing
and
today.
do my thing.
All right. What do you think? Hashtag the noon. Keep those votes coming in and those comments, and we'll read them a little later on the show.
We appreciate y'all. We're just stating both sides here. I actually think there's something to that, but I needed to state the opposite opinion.
You'll see. One day it will be undeniable.
I'm
and
sure
you'll ask me to save you, and I'll have to think about it.
Really?
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Medical scrubs, pretty much the same in every clinic, right? Doctors' offices, the hospitals, wherever you go. But they're not designed to fit all beliefs.
Yeah, and there are ways, that's where an idea was born. Sorry, everybody. We're gonna hear about a local woman who brings modest scrubs to the market. Just take a look at her vision. We'll be right back.
Now you wanna call now, trying to come on over to my home now. What you want, I don't know what I want. Guess we doing more than having fun.
Hey, how you doing, man? Good.
I've been feeling ways. I've been thinking you would feel the same. I've been looking for a better space, nah. I don't even got a heart to break, nah. I've been feeling ways, roll it up, smoking like we ain't got time to waste. Promise I'm trying to put a smile up on your face. Remember how it felt when it was just a little taste. Cause I've been feeling ways, so what you mean right now? You've been making scenes right now. What you trying to tell me? Acting like a tease right now.
There it is, singer-songwriter, film producer Keithian kicks off his North American tour in Detroit tonight, St. Andrews Hall. Keithian right here with me. First of all, man, thanks for coming to town. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Now, first of all, for someone who doesn't know about your music or wants to know what kind of artist you are, how do you describe yourself?
I call my music gumbo music. So a little R&B, pop, hip hop, fluence, jazz, all that stuff.
Does it have anything with New Orleans?
It has a lot to do with New
roots?
Orleans.
Yeah, with your roots down there.
Gumbo music.
Now, you got to work with Big Sean, who is big here in the Motor City, with Dreams in Black for AT&T.
Yeah.
You produced that?
Yeah, I produced it.
Talk about how did you connect with him?
Well, you know, the people, they kind of connected us, and then we got a chance to work together.
And what is Dreams in Black?
It's basically like it's a campaign that like AT&T puts out for people of color, obviously, and yeah, man, they just kind of like put people on the pedestal and kind of like it's to help people just kind of think in advance and future and
make
just,
those dreams come true.
Black future makers, to be exact. Too.
What will people get tonight when they come to St. Andrews?
Oh man, you'll see. So as Vito is headlining this tour, I'm supporting. Final Draft is also supporting as well. It's gonna be like vibes. It's gonna be exciting. Doors open at 7 p.m. There's still tickets available actually, and yeah, man, it's so exciting.
What a life, man! Touring around, making your dreams come true, writing music. What's the best thing about what you do to you?
Honestly, it's just being able to get inspired from anybody everywhere else, like around the world. Yeah. Just that's the best thing, and we just kind of get out there and just do our thing, you know.
You feel like giving a little something?
I really do.
All right,
well,
I'm gonna let you sing. Can we put the information on the screen real quick? Performing tonight, St. Andrews Hall. Get tickets at bandsintown.com. Right now, enjoy the sound of Keithian.
Tell me if it's cash you like. You be acting classy like you don't really want it. You know that I blast you right. You can get it right on sight. If you really wanna talk that, I'm rooting for your Malibu rum. 5 steps from the beach, pouring up some shots, got me spinning like a DJ. If you keep me coming, I'll stay to the weekday. Now you wanna call now, trying to come on over to my home now. What you want, I don't know what I want now. Guess we're doing more than having fun now. 'Cause I've been feeling ways. I've been thinking you would feel the same. I've been looking for a better space, nah. I don't even got a heart to break, nah. I've been feeling ways. Roll it up, smoke it like we ain't got time to waste. Promise I'm trying to put a smile up on your face. Remember how it felt when it was just a little taste. 'Cause I've been feeling ways. So what you mean right now? You've been making scenes right now. What you trying to tell me? Acting like a tease right now. You can get the D right now. Got a feeling that you want much more than I'm giving to you. Pull up to a spot, let's talk over, swing through. Get some drinks at home, maybe after you can swing through. Since you're such a freak, I got something I could teach you. Now you wanna call now, trying to come on over to my home now. What you want?
that was down today.
Yeah. That's all we have to say about that. Yeah.
Well, we can maybe make people feel a little better because there are some really good things happening that we can talk about. Like this, a local nurse is working to give Muslim women more options for scrubs.
Yeah, this is awesome. She launched her own clothing line, hoping to create more modest apparel. Fox 2's Liz Lewin is in studio to give us more on this great story. Hey, Liz.
Hi, my friends. So as many times as I've been on them, I've never done a hidden studio. So
We love it.
This is
Hello.
good stuff, my darlings. Okay, speaking, as Marielle said, about some great stuff our community has going on, it is often much easier, at least for me sometimes, to complain about obstacles in front of us than it is to brainstorm solutions. But that's not the case for a young nurse from Dearborn who decided to be her own problem solver. Check this out. At just 28 years old, Haura Sabra founded and designed a modest, more conservative line of scrubs, and it's called Avicenna Scrubs. As a Muslim woman who works in healthcare who chooses to cover, Haura says she found herself having to make adjustments to most, if not all, of the scrubs that she wore during nursing school. Mostly they had V-necks and short sleeves. Now, Avicenna started as notebook sketches. Now, in its second relaunch, it is an international brand with customers from around the world, including here, of course, in Michigan, looking for more inclusive, functional scrubs.
As a Muslim woman who chooses to wear the hijab, this is kind of the way we dress. We cover a little bit more. We have long sleeves, we have high necks, we have longer hems. There's no need to layer.
All right, well, I can tell you this. I spoke to Haura yesterday, you guys, and she is so excited to be able to offer so many things to other women. And again, not just Muslim, but to women who are just in general looking for better options, to be a little looser, a little more comfortable, and as I said, a little bit more modest in what they wear at the hospital. She herself was forced to layer and layer, given those everyday average scrubs that we see every day on the market. Now, with her scrub, she says layering isn't necessary. She can feel comfortable, she can honor her religion and culture, and she can do her job effectively. How awesome is that? Back to you guys.
Absolutely love that.
Very nice.
Thank you so much.
Very nice. Beautiful. Thanks, Liz. We appreciate you. And now it's time to shift gears and talk about, I walked outside for a second.
Yeah.
Just to see.
How is it? I haven't been.
Sunshine.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, it's nice out there.
It's such a stark difference from where we have been. So anything we can take at this point is going to feel fantastic. And I think over the next couple days, it's going to get a whole lot better as well. I think we see 70s in the extended forecast, so something to look forward to. More of a spring-like pattern for us too. So not too bad over the next couple of days. It starts today. Dry pattern in place for us as we head through this afternoon and as we head through later on this evening as well. So any plans you make after work, welcomed in with a lot of dry time, very comfy temps, low 60s right now. And as we head through tomorrow and into this upcoming weekend, gets even better. Most of us flirting with the seasonal high Friday, 64. Cinco de Mayo, maybe an isolated shower chance, but nothing widespread coming out of that. 65 degrees as we head through, say, the next several days here. We're going to see those numbers actually warm even more. By Friday, again, for Cinco de Mayo, we're in the middle 60s. Should be mainly dry. Could see a shower north of us here Saturday into Sunday. I think a lot of us also going to see those numbers warm into the mid to upper 60s. We're in the 70s as we head through early next week with a few rain chances Monday into Tuesday. We'll be right back right around this break.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Okay, I think we have to do tag board now. So here we go, guys. We're getting there. We're almost at tag board. We're walking in. We're almost there. And away we go.
Hi.
Ta-da! We made it. Okay, let's start. Boom. I hope this is a good one. Lee, stop racking your brain, my man. We will never fully understand women. Yes, Joe. Can't live without him, can't live with him. I don't know what he's talking about, but I agree. Oh, let's see. Oh, this is from yesterday. High school shirt, pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
You wore a shirt from high school. That happened yesterday.
I did.
Let's
I think
indeed.
these might all be from yesterday.
Yep. Boom and boom.
It would be.
Oh,
Now here's one.
Yeah, no, Stephanie, right. Stephanie is stunning. Welcome to the D, Stephanie. She is stunning. And yes, it's about time the sun came out. And it has. I was outside just a little bit earlier. And it's fantastic.
Love that. Love that.
Another one?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm a little afraid. This one?
Yeah, sure.
Boom.
It would be sad if Hobby Lobby closed.
Hobby Lobby is not, I know Hobby Lobby, it would be sad
They're
if they
not
closed.
closing, but it would be sad.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. The list is out for the highest paid athletes, and it looks like soccer players breaking the mold here.
Yeah, and you can guess who the names are. Cristiano Ronaldo was named the highest paid athlete, not just soccer player, athlete. 136 million. Now he's followed by fellow soccer star Lionel Messi, who we have earns 130 million.
Mm-hmm.
Now Kylian Mbappe, who won the Golden Boot, which is the biggest award a soccer player can win, World Cup. That's that dude. That's Lionel Messi right there. Kylian, he makes 120 million in the last 12 months. All of these are annual salaries, by the way. Yeah, that's how much they make per year, those dudes. That's Ronaldo, that's Lionel Messi. Mbappe is a man of color, so great player as well. Great player as well. And it's interesting to me how big soccer is and how big soccer is becoming over here. I really think it's going to be as big as it is over there.
It's the biggest sport in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is interesting how here we're like, nope, football, basketball.
Right.
But it's definitely creeping in, becoming more mainstream. But it's funny to say that because the whole world is like, who?
Where are you guys
mainstream?
Doing? Yeah, where
You're
you guys
late,
doing?
not us.
Yeah, and
We've
Ryan
been
Reynolds buying that team over there, and it's big. I'm telling you, it's going to be big.
All right, we also have a quick update to our megaphone question from earlier today. Does the video that we showed you make you feel like, you know what, maybe there is something else out there?
Pretty even.
Here's what you had to say. Can
Look
you
at that.
read those numbers? There
Yeah,
we go.
it's 45%
Okay.
to 55%.
More
which is
people are
pretty
starting
close.
to say, I think so.
It does look kind of. It's when they stop the video and the detail in the frozen video makes you think that there's something to it, rather than a gnat flying by the screen.
A gnat?
I mean, it could be anything.
I don't know what kind of gnats you see.
A balloon.
I don't know what
Good
kind
job,
you
Jesse.
see, but I don't know. I'm just, for you, you need to see it land. You need to see the
Dude,
guy
get out.
come out and say, nanu, nanu.
Or whichever, yeah.
And then you'll say, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
I know what
Morky
I'll
Mindy
be
reference.
looking for.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Very
you like
nice.
that?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Thank you so much for sticking with us. We will be right back here for Fox 2 News beginning at 5 o'clock.
And you want to pay attention to the show that's right after us because Sherry Shepherd really has something special
She's
going.
making headlines.
She has good conversation, good headlines, good everything, good energy. She is next. We appreciate you guys sticking with the noon each and every day. And we hope to see you right back here tomorrow because it's Friday tomorrow.
Cinco de Mayo.
We're almost there.
Have a great day.